What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to QuickMix, where I teach you how to use FL Studio in the fastest way possible. If you're new to FL Studio, this channel is for you, so be sure to check out some of the other videos. Today we're going to cover 5 tips and tricks you can use to enhance your chords in FL Studio today. Let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is open up a new project, and we are going to then go to our channel rack to add in our first instrument. So we're going to hit this plus button right here to open up our menu, and I'm going to use Flex, which is a free FL Studio stock plugin. And you can either select guitar or piano when making chords, but I'm going to go with guitar for today. And I'm going to use the Bryce Humbucker AC15 as it has a smooth R&B sound. And now that we've done that, we can open up our piano roll. To make it easier for myself when I create chords, I'm going to highlight the scale by going to View, going down to Scale Highlighting, and selecting the D minor scale. And then once we do that, all of the notes that are lighter are highlighted in our scale. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop a root note on the first degree of our scale. Now in order to make a chord, you will need to skip 1 degree in the scale twice and count up. So I just skip one of the white notes twice, and that creates a D minor chord. Now that chord sounds a little bit boring on its own, so the first thing we're going to do to enhance it is we're going to copy our root note and shift it down an octave. And doing this adds a strong foundation to the chord, so it'll sound something like this. As you can hear, the chord sounds a lot more stable and strong. Another thing we could do is shift the chord up an octave to make it sound more full and rich, but for this video we're not going to do that, and I'm going to bring the note back down an octave. Let's go ahead and try it with a C major chord. So here's how a C major chord sounds. And then let's add that root note down an octave, and it sounds like this. Again, it has a lot more foundation and sounds a lot stronger. And then one more time, we're just going to do that with A. So we're going to create an A minor chord. The next thing we're going to do is add our sevenths to our chord, which adds tension and is used in a lot of popular R&B songs. So you can do this by counting up 2 degrees in the scale one more time, and we can do this to each chord. As you can hear, that adds a lot of tension and gives it a richer sound. But the next thing we can do to enhance our chord is go to this tool icon up here, and we're going to select strum. Now we use the strum tool to make the chord sound less robotic and like they're hitting at the same time. So if we turn it all the way up, this is the effect it has. And same thing with the tension. As we can hear, that was way too much, so we're going to bring this down, and we're only going to like shift it out just a little bit, like up until this point on both, and it makes it sound like all the chords are not hitting at the same time. The last trick I'm going to show you is inverting the chords. So we can invert the chords by highlighting any part of the chord. I like to use the 2 middle notes and shifting them up or down an octave. So let's take the middle notes and shift them down and hear the effect that it has. As you can hear, the sound of the chord is significantly altered, and we can do the same thing with the top note, but then it starts to sound a little bit too crowded. So let's shift everything back up to its usual place. Now let's instead highlight these notes and shift up the middle notes up an octave to hear the effect that that has. When inverting the chords, the best thing to do is really just play around with it and listen back and hear what you like. That's all for the video. I hope this video showed you 5 tips and tricks that you can use to enhance your chords in FL Studio. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, and if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, be sure to leave a comment down below. Thank you.